What's up everybody, welcome to another camera comparison video. Yeah, I have the smartphones. Sometimes some people make crazy comments like, do you have the smartphones? Are you making fake videos? I really hate those people who are uploading fake videos, and I think you should understand by looking at the pictures which ones are fake and which ones are not. Also, I have been doing camera comparison videos for almost 2 years now, and I almost all the time show my smartphones. So I don't think this is a good question to ask me whether I have the smartphones or not. Anyway, I have the smartphones, and if you find this video helpful, then please don't forget to click on the like button and please subscribe to this channel.
We will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it.
What's up everybody, welcome to another camera comparison video. Yeah, today I have this Xiaomi Mix 4 and Vivo X60 Pro Plus. Outside it's heavily raining and I had an accident day before yesterday, and I really don't want to go outside, so I'm doing this video inside. By the way, you check this carefully, which smartphone has rendered my skin tone correctly, which smartphone has reproduced, color rendition, and which smartphone is better. Let me tell you which one is better. Actually, none of these are correct. This one is a bit pale, this one is a bit saturated. If you add some saturation to Vivo X60 Pro Plus, then you get this. If you decrease midtones and highlights on Xiaomi Mix 4, then you will get the correct color. But I think Vivo X60 Pro Plus overall is doing better because this one have a old school traditional selfie camera, and Xiaomi Mix 4 comes with this under display camera, so we have to understand that. Anyway, check carefully which microphone is performing better and let me know in the comment section below. Also, if you have any other camera comparison video request, then let me know. Actually, I am preparing a Vivo X70 Pro Plus camera comparison video, and I think that will be an exclusive one. Anyway, thanks to Vivo for providing me with that Vivo X70 Pro Plus for 2 days, and I wish that you will subscribe and stay tuned to check that video later. Anyway, if you find this video helpful, then please don't forget to click on the like button and subscribe to this channel. It's time to flip to rear cameras. It's time to start our camera comparison video.
When you feel
Okay, let's jump right into the indoor photos. No smartphone other than a few true super flagships, in my experience, can consistently perform in indoor environment. I know it's difficult to say which one is better without knowing the correct color, and the truth is, none of these two smartphones managed to replicate correct colors. Color curve of these two smartphones got their own unique algorithm, and depending on personal preferences, people may choose any of these two. But at a glance, Vivo X60 Pro Plus looks a bit better with higher contrast and punchier midtones. On the other hand, Xiaomi Mix 4 has consistently increased highlights, and sometimes colors are a bit saturated. I must mention, I have taken all the photos of this comparison in auto mode. AI was disabled and HDR was set to auto. Vivo X60 Pro Plus has most of the time produced photos with better exposure, better shadow and vibrance. You also need to understand Vivo X60 Pro Plus already had 3 major camera updates and its camera is at the peak. I have mentioned in most of my camera comparison videos that Xiaomi smartphones have this issue. Other than Mi 11 Ultra and Mi 11 Pro, most of the Xiaomi smartphones struggles when there are many light sources hitting the lens in an indoor environment. But Vivo X60 Pro Plus comes with Zeiss lens, it has better white balance, correct exposure, most of the time managed to grab more details. Even if you are a Xiaomi fanboy, you would agree that Vivo X60 Pro Plus has done better. Yes, one more thing is better on Vivo X60 Pro Plus, that is tonal contrast. Even if Mix 4 has managed to process textures with clarity, due to poor exposure and ambience level, it doesn't look as good as a Vivo X60 Pro Plus. On paper, as per specifications, Vivo X60 Pro Plus got a very good ultra-wide sensor. 48 megapixel ultra-wide sensor with gimbal stabilization. Mix 4 comes with a 13 megapixel sensor without any stabilization. But yeah, it got that freeform lens, which I think is a gimmick. Straight to the point, realistic rendition of colors, more details in the shadows, better dynamic range, better exposure, better white balance. Yes, I am talking about Vivo X60 Pro Plus. Xiaomi Mix 4 has a bit saturated and a bit artificially optimized color grading. Yeah, sometimes that makes things looks really cool, like eye candy, but sometimes I think it goes far from reality. As mentioned earlier, I have disabled any kind of AI or scene optimization on all the smartphones. And you can see Mix 4 is still doing some synthetic processing. This shows that the actual difference is in computational photography and in stock camera algorithm. Color reproduction of Xiaomi Mix 4 and Vivo X60 Pro Plus got changed in daytime photos. Xiaomi Mix 4 started to saturate the photos, maintained warm color temperature, while Vivo X60 Pro Plus sometimes dropped midtones, and in some photos colors are a bit pale than usual. Most of the time I see people make comments depending on perception. It's like he said, she said, and then I thought. But in real life, you need to compare the best performance, the worst performance, and check average consistency.
You're on this track. Oh.
Check these photos. On the left and on the right, both have failed. One took a wrong turn in exposure and another failed in white balance. But in general, neither Vivo X60 Pro Plus has any exposure issue nor Xiaomi Mix 4 reproduced photos with crazy warm tone. But once in a while, they have failed. In general, both managed to get enough details. Texture processing is also good. Quality wise, very difficult to select a better one in daytime photos, but based on preferences, I would like to go with Vivo X60 Pro Plus. Both got a 8 megapixel sensor sitting behind 5x periscope lens, and both got OIS. Both did well in 5x zoom photos, but after heavily cropping in, we can see that there is a slight difference in details and sharpness. Mix 4 has more details and managed to process textures with sharpness. But once we move into indoor environment and try to grab photos of lights, Mix 4 loses to Vivo X60 Pro Plus. I don't think we have to crop in and check. Poor exposure and contrast management ruined the photo of Mix 4. Now let's go beyond 5x. These photos were taken at 10x, and can you see the differences? The building got almost no details and textures on the photo grabbed by Vivo X60 Pro Plus. Not only that, Xiaomi Mix 4 also managed to render colors correctly.
Here we go.
These were taken at 15x, and if you cannot find the differences, then let us do some pixel peeping. Okay, Mix 4 did well with more details, better noise removal, and Mix 4 shutter speed on the periscope lens seems to be a bit faster than Vivo X60 Pro Plus. Yes, let's check some photos of Anna. Really, human photography is important to me cause I take a lot of photos of my friends and family. In our daily life, we don't wanna make our friends look like a ghost. Also, if there is an amazing background, we don't wanna lose that too. Well, I have taken all the human subject photos in indoor environment cause both of these two smartphones can take very good photos under bright daylight, and the real difference is actually noticeable or visible in low light photos. Let me be clear. The differences are actually in exposure, white balance, color rendition, highlights and contrast. But details, shadow, structure and sharpness is almost similar. Yes, sometimes these jumps back and forth, sometimes Mix 4 has managed to process textures with precision, and sometimes Vivo X60 Pro Plus processed with perfection. There is no rule of thumb. In human photography, I always carefully check three other things: skin tone, beauty effect, and skin fairness. Skin tone is definitely a bit better on Vivo X60 Pro Plus, but sadly, both have added beauty effect and skin fairness. Actually, Xiaomi Mix 4 beauty effect is more aggressive than Vivo X60 Pro Plus, and even if I have tried to disable beauty effect, Mix 4 continued to produce photos with beauty effects, especially nose enhancement. Anna liked the photos grabbed by Xiaomi Mix 4, and I think the photos on the right is a bit better. Vivo X60 Pro Plus can take portrait photos at 2x. Actually, it can take portrait photos with all three lenses, 1x, 2x and 5x. But I prefer to take portrait photos with that 2x telephoto lens cause it has that 50mm portrait look. Xiaomi Mix 4 doesn't have any 2x or 3x telephoto lens and it can only take 1x portrait photos, which in my book is a big negative. Yeah, Vivo X60 Pro Plus did better. Detail is great in well-lit environment, subject isolation is generally good, however subject and background separation on 2x isn't as good as it is on 5x. Also at 2x portrait mode, it gets a bit warm, more reddish skin tone which is actually similar to main camera human photos. Colors and skin tone performance of both of these two smartphones are similar. Certainly Xiaomi Mix 4 has warmer white balance, but surprisingly Mix 4 got more details, and what frustrates me is it has heavier beauty effect.
All you need to know is that we're holding on. Even if we fall, we will rise.
Okay, finally it's time for night mode photos. With the updates, Xiaomi Mix 4 is definitely becoming a monster in night mode. Yeah, it still have that overprocessing, it doesn't matter. What is the real sky color? You will always get blue tone, either soft blue sky at the evening or dark blue sky at night under true darkness. Xiaomi also continued to saturate colors with very high midtones and highlights. I also need to mention that sometimes Vivo X60 Pro Plus also does the same, I mean saturate the colors. However, Vivo X60 Pro Plus has produced photos with correct sky color and overall color rendition on Vivo X60 Pro Plus is way more natural. Mix 4 actually produced photos that is ready to share. When I check night mode photos, I check DENS, details, exposure, noise and shadows. In terms of details and texture processing, both have done well, performed like a flagship. But the difference is in E and N. Exposure of Xiaomi Mix 4 is a bit better. Vivo X60 Pro Plus night mode photos are brighter cause it sometimes has overexposed and sometimes increased highlights to an absurd level. Noise removal algorithm on Xiaomi Mix 4 seems to be getting better and Vivo X60 Pro Plus, in search of higher shadow detail, added some extra noise and grains. Yeah, shadows are better on Vivo X60 Pro Plus, nothing extreme but better, and this comes with the price of slightly higher noise and grains. Anyway, we can always fix this by tapping on the screen and selecting manual focus metering on both the smartphones.
When you feel it's hopeless, when you think that you lost, oh, I will take your hand and we'll rise up from the dust. Oh, here we go, 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 let us heal and grow. You won't be alone, we're unstoppable. Don't be afraid to show what we're going for. This is what we know. Here we come back to life, we're still breathing, standing up every.
Well, it's time for selfie photos and selfie portraits. I will leave these selfie photos and selfie portraits for you. You have to check these photos carefully and then let me know in the comment section below which one has actually done better. Anyway, there is an international smartphone giveaway going on. I will actually give away 2 smartphones to 2 of my most active subscribers. If you are already subscribed to this channel, then what you have to do is make a comment describing which smartphone selfie camera has done better. If you haven't subscribed yet, then please consider subscribing to this channel, consider supporting true content.
We rise up from the dust and claim our throne. We all have our reasons why we are on this track. Oh, we all have.
Both can record 8K videos. Xiaomi Mix 4 does it in 24 frames per second and Vivo X60 Pro Plus can do it in 30 frames per second. There is nothing similar in this segment. Vivo X60 Pro Plus have to significantly crop in to stabilize the video. Colors are more natural but less contrasty comparing to other video modes. Dynamic range is not as wide as 4K videos and altogether very average quality 8K clips are recorded by X60 Pro Plus. Xiaomi Mix 4 definitely has done better with more detail and better shadow. Also dynamic range is much better on Mix 4. Let's try the same thing in nighttime and the coin shows its flip side. Vivo X60 Pro Plus with a very poor exposure and noise removal, and yeah, that awfully saturated colors. Truly, Xiaomi Mix 4 does well. Actually very good beside this X60 Pro Plus. Exposure, color rendition, detail and textures, noise and grains, everything is better on Xiaomi Mix 4. Now it's time for verdict, and even if Vivo X60 Pro Plus failed in nighttime 8K videos, I would choose this over Xiaomi Mix 4 cause it overall offers better performance and it comes with a cheaper price tag. What do you think? Please don't forget to make a comment in the comment section below, and if you have liked this video then please click on the like button and subscribe to this channel.
We will rise up.